Because what I really want to talk about a little bit this morning is growing up in Christ. And I really want to have something resonate in our hearts, that we understand that from whatever we've got to this point, wherever we've journeyed, we're not there yet. You see, if you were there yet, we wouldn't be here. That's the honest truth. You know, Dave Campbell came to us in February and ruined my life. He really did. He came to us, and I alluded to it last night. He said the only way for your church where you are to have breakthrough and growth is for you to leave. And we were so happy where we were. We had not planned to move. We hadn't thought about moving. And I did a Jonah. I was off to Tarshish. If you know the book of Jonah, you know, and it was like, you need to go there. And I was like, well, it looks so nice over there. And so God had to do a work, and I thought, Lord, what is it? I was sitting in my back garden about 2 weeks ago, just praying through this, and Lord, what is it? And I read in Ephesians chapter 4 these words, verses 15 to 16. Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will in all things grow up into him who is the head, that is Christ. From him, the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work. There are 3 things I want to share before I share that picture vision that I had at River Camp, hopefully that will encourage us. The first is this. Each of us are to grow up in Christ. That's not a picture of me. When I was young, my mother used to always buy me clothes that were too big when I was a boy. And she used to say this wonderful phrase as the shirt cuffs dangled off the tips of my finger. And I would go to school dragging the sleeves with me along the ground. She would say these immortal words that probably every mother has said. She said, "You'll grow into it." She said, "You'll grow into it." I'll get into trouble for coming home with scuffs on the cuffs and these kind of things. But let me say this. Growing up in Christ is each of our personal responsibility. It is not the pastoral team, the ministry team, the elders team, or any leader in this church's responsibility to make you grow up in Christ. It is our responsibility. We have a personal responsibility to work out our salvation with fear and trembling before God. All of us need to grow up. Now, I have to say, I am having a happy childhood right now. It is never too late to have a happy childhood. Mary is visiting with us this morning from the Isle of Man. And from the very first church that I was a full-time pastor. Wave, Mary, so they all know. So she's embarrassed. That's Mary. Mary was our finance officer. She's heard all my jokes before. But she will also know that I'm having a happy childhood. That I haven't quite grown up. There are areas in my life, I cannot go through the day without laughter. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I don't know how some Christians do. You know, it's just as Dave Campbell said last night, some have taken up the option to be miserable, haven't they? You know, I didn't even know it was an option. Some people were happier before they got saved, weren't they? And then you become a Christian, it's like we're baptized in lemon juice. What has happened to us? I can't go through a day without laughter. That doesn't mean say you have to understand my sense of humor or the way I look at things or that sort of thing. And I will chuckle at things that no one else chuckles at. Why? Because God wired me this way. I enjoy laughter. Laughter is a good medicine, apparently. This is what the word tells us. But my friends, we all have to grow up at some point. None of us were saved to remain the same as we were the day we were saved. What we discover is we all start our salvation journey at a different point. Some will start from a life of privilege. Some will start from a life of poverty. Others will start with a secure family life. Others of us will start this journey of grace from broken homes. We all start from a different place, but our destination is Christ-likeness. So we're all on this journey together, but at some point we have to grow up in Christ. Now, I have 3 sons. They're sitting in the balcony. They're all exceptional in their own ways. One's nearly 22, one's nearly 20, one's 16 and a half, because that half matters. And what we discover about them is this, that when they were toddlers, at times they have what I like to call the John Wayne moment. The John Wayne moment is this, that when a toddler soils its nappy, it walks as though it's on a horse. You understand? They're like this. And they come and they put up their hands, Daddy, Daddy, hopefully mummies, but Daddy, Mummy, change me. When they're a toddler, you're happy to do that. Well, it may not be the greatest joy in the world, but you're happy to do that. If my sons, who are nearly 22, 20, and 16 and a half, come to me after the service like this, Daddy, Daddy, I've made a mess. You would think there was something wrong with them developmentally, and you would think there was something wrong with me if I took them to the changing room and dealt with their problem. There comes a point in our Christian life where we have to grow up in Christ. Somebody said this, that the first 2 years of our Christian life, it's all about us. After that, it's about everybody else. And my friends, maturing in Christ has little to do with age. My children will know these quotes I'm going to share with you. John Maxwell has said this, that maturity does not come with age. Sometimes age comes all by itself. You notice that? The late Ed Cole said this, maturity does not come with age, but comes with the acceptance of responsibility. That is why you can have mature teenagers and immature pensioners. Now, please don't understand, I'm not against pensioners. I love pensioners. One day I hope to be one. Should the Lord tarry, I hope to get there, and I've got the hair already. Mike's ahead of me a little bit, but we've got the hair already. Maturity is not an age thing. Maturity is growing up in Christ.